I got this idea for a topic from a post on our Forex forum, and I entitled this video How to Trade a Runaway Train. That's often a phrase used when a currency is shooting straight up. When it's going down, like an elevator, it's often referred to as a falling knife. They're kind of interchangeable, depends if the currency is moving up or down. So let's take a look at what a runaway train chart looks like. I took these from a video I've done some time ago for our subscribers, and you can see on this 15-minute chart, there's been no retracements. More significant, and you're going to see me mention the Amazing Trader here, not as a promotion, but it's the key to being able to trade, quote, a runaway train or a falling knife with the momentum rather than going the other way. And I'm going to explain that all shortly. But why is this a runaway train? You don't see any blue or red lines here. All you see are essentially higher lows and higher highs. And without a red line here, there's been no retracements whatsoever. So what does that mean for the average trader? For the average trader, he or she can't find a good entry level or any place to put a stop. So the tendency, and I'm telling you from experience, and why you see traders come out with sell calls when a runaway train is taking place, or buy calls when a falling knife is taking place, because they can't find a good entry level and therefore are tempted to pick a top or bottom before there's a reason to do so. And to me, that's a low odds trade and a prescription for losing money, unless you get lucky, or it's a plan to sell into a rally or buy into a break. But that doesn't mean you can't trade with the momentum rather than against it. And I'm going to show you how. What I do is, especially for day trading, I like the 15-minute chart, but what I'm telling you can be applied to any time frame. When you see a straight line move like this, up, or as the case may be, down, and you can't find an entry level, you drop down to the next time frame. So I'm going to show you a chart with the same price action in a 5-minute chart. And you can see the momentum is pointed up. Here was the acceleration phase. But there were plenty of opportunities to get in. And this is where the Amazing Trader comes in. Because it provides you with these red lines, these mini retracements that are not showing on a 15-minute chart. And if you follow what I call my ladder strategy, where you buy any of these dips, you put your stop below the most recent Amazing Trader line. You're trading with the momentum, as opposed to looking at this chart over here, where there's no place to get an entry. So we drop down to the next time frame, and let's say if the 5-minute chart was straight up also, I'd go to the 1-minute chart, because I want to get in with what looks to be the hard trade on a 15-minute chart. But when you look at it on a shorter time frame, you find ways to enter. Now you can manage it in the 15-minute chart, or you can trade off the 5-minute chart there, and then take advantage of when it finally accelerates to the upside like that. But the point is, you have a strategy to go with the runaway train rather than being tempted, and believe me, is a temptation, and we've all done it, to go the other way before there's a reason to do so. Now, as I said, you can eyeball this just all you want. All I know is, from my perspective, this only works for me because the Amazing Trader gives me these trading patterns that I can use to get into the market when there's seemingly no place to enter and no place to put a stop. Now, I said I like the 15 minutes for day trading. If you had an hour chart and you saw a similar line, you drop to and you couldn't find entry, you go to the 30-minute. That doesn't work, you go to the 15-minute. If that doesn't work, you may go to the 5-minute. The point is, you want to find an entry with the momentum, with what I call the episode, rather than fighting the flow. Now, I'll add one more thing. Now, why is the market moving like this? It's because there's an imbalance, in this case, of demand over supply, and the market's having trouble absorbing it. So what happens in this case is somebody is actually buying, and the market can't absorb it, and it's got to go to the point where it finally draws in sellers and restores the balance. So if you're looking to fade the market, but you can't get an entry to go with it, all you're doing is acting as a liquidity provider. And traders with thin pockets do not want to be liquidity providers. So that kind of sums it up. It's really what I call the hard trade, but when you go using my logic and you get in and one of these red lines holds, it can become the least stressful trade that you can put on. It's not easy, takes a change in mindset, but it can be done, and that's how you can trade a runaway train. If you have any questions or want details on how you get access to Amazing Trader, just contact me at j@global-view.com.